Hey guys, my name is Bertha. For those of you that haven't met me yet, and once again, I just want to thank all of you for getting on this call and taking that extra step towards becoming a leader and going pro. And also thank you, Mandy, for putting the call together, and Emily for taking your time to get on the call as well. So real quick, I just want you girls to just ask yourself, what does it mean to be a leader? And just think about it for a quick second. Who do you respect as a leader, and why is it that you have respect towards that person? What are those characteristics that you're looking for in a person that shows you, this is a person that I see as a leader, this is somebody that I look up to? And I did the same thing. I thought about it for a bit before getting on the call. What I really admire in a leader, and, in my leader, Anthony Bonilla, he's my main mentor. And one thing that I always really admired was that he's really coachable. And that's one thing that I kind of wanted to pick up myself. And one thing that I definitely think is one of the most important things is being coachable, because you need to learn to not only take criticism, but also give the criticism in a positive way that you're not hurting people, you're not putting them down, you're not scaring them away. And that's the thing that definitely I think is one of the most important things to me, is being coachable, because that's the only way you're going to grow as a person and improve as a leader and improve just as a network marketer. And aside from that, also you have to really learn to take control of your emotions. You have to always keep in mind that you're showing everybody what you're representing your team, and your team is representing you. So you always have to act for the good of your team and not just for yourself. Always put your team first. So also with that being said, you have to remember that what people are going to say about your team is what they're saying about you, like I said, or vice versa. So what do you want being said about your team? So aside from that, also be professional. You have to treat this like $1 million business. I'm sure you guys have heard that a lot. We all have that feminine charm, but there's no need to really put that into use here. It's funny because when I first started, a friend in the business told me, hey, this should be easier for you. You're a girl, go out to clubs, flirt with guys, give them your numbers, invite them over, and just make it an event. And to me, I just laughed, because to me that was just dumb. That's not what it should be about. We shouldn't have to lower ourselves to those standards. We need to work just as hard as the guys, if anything harder. But most importantly, we have to show respect to ourselves, as leaders, as professionals, and keep it professional. We have to self-develop, every day, learn something new every day, and always pass it down to your team. Everything you learn, pass it down, and don't just apply it to your business. Apply it to your life, because who you are in the business is who you should be in life in general, Another thing real quick, use this knowledge to attract prospects. One thing that I do a lot, when I see somebody putting those posts on Facebook, all sad, feeling down, I'll just send them motivational videos to begin with, and that's a good way to start a conversation. Like, hey, I see that you're feeling down, check out this video. Just start a conversation with somebody, make a friend first, and then from there maybe start prospecting, start getting to know the person better and finding out their why. I think one of the most important things in this is definitely leading by example. People are going to do what you say, People are going to do what you do, not what you say. You can't really assign your team homework, and it's funny because the person who taught me this was one of my downlines.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
One of my downlines actually told me, he sat me down a couple of days ago and told me what he felt that I needed to work on as a leader to gain respect for my team and to be able to have them see me as a leader. And he told me to not assign homework. Don't just go out there and send them a bunch of links, tell them watch this, read this, take a look at this. You need to take the time to show them you care, to meet up with them and actually go through the information with them. Don't just sit there and send them links and expect them to go through them, because most likely they're not going to do it. You have to earn that respect and have them see you as a leader. Another thing real quick, don't gossip, don't be rude, don't, give people the cold shoulder at events. Introduce yourself to everybody, whether you have problems with anybody in the business. Everything that's aside from the business, leave it out of it. Just focus on your business, focus on your work, and focus on growing your team, and not anything that has to do with any drama, anything like that, because it just brings your team down. Also, being confident, it's another big thing. You need to close yourself first before you're able to close the prospect. You have to speak with confidence. You have to make people want this so bad that they're not even going to think about issues with time or money. They're just going to say, you know what, I want to do this, and I'm going to make it work for me. And they're going to see you being a confident person, but at the same time, you have to be humble. You can't act too cocky. You can't act like you're better than anybody else. It doesn't matter what rank you are. It doesn't matter, how much you're making. It's always about being humble and treating everybody the same way. And last but not least, just one thing that Mandy told me, to really think about is what's one thing that I feel got me to where I am today. And I think for me, one thing that my team really focuses on, one thing that we're, I guess, really known for is our culture. If it wasn't for my team, I definitely wouldn't be here today. We're more than a team. We've become like a family. And the way we did that, you have to show people you care. You have to learn everybody's why. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if they're the newest person in the team. It doesn't matter if they're a cross line, up line, down line. like Patrick, always says, as long as they're not on the sideline, that's all that matters. Get to know everybody in your team, work with one another. Doesn't matter whether you're benefiting from them or not. That should be the last thing on your mind. You should just do this for the goodness of the company, the goodness of your team. Always be willing to help others out. Remember, it's a people helping people business, and you're never going to be alone in this. But you have to really build that culture, because that's, I think, what's most important in this business. One thing that my team really, focuses on is I call it the buddy system. Anywhere you're going, whether it's about the business or not, invite a friend from the business. If you're going to go eat, hit up your friends from the business. Hey, anybody wants to come out and go eat with me? If anybody has seen how we travel, we always travel in packs, full cars, 2 or 3 cars, anywhere we go, because that's the time that we're taking to bond, to become a team. That time that we're taking to really just become more than just a team, to become like a family, like I said. And definitely make it your goal to meet everybody at every event. The newest person out there, they definitely need that support. They need that encouragement. They need to feel that positive vibe, because at the end, that's what's going to be the foundation of your business. So that's all I have to say for now. And I'm going to actually bring up Emily McCullah. This girl is just amazing. Everything she has to say has always, she's always been an inspiration to me. She's a presidential leader now, making a 6-figure income. And when I started, I think she was like a gold leader, and just seeing how she's grown as a person, it's just, it's crazy to see how much somebody could change and how they could really become a better person, become so much more than what they even saw in themselves. So I'm going to let Emily throw down whatever she has to say now.
All right, thank you. Yeah, thank you guys for having me on this call tonight. Just a quick story about myself, if you guys aren't familiar with my story. Like I said, I'm Emily McCullah. I'm 20 years old, out of Bakersfield, California. And my story is a little different, you guys. I sat in this company for 7 months and didn't take this seriously. I didn't make it a priority. I got involved before Luke Kish, you guys. I got involved before the money was there. The excitement, the hype, all that was there. And, you guys, I just didn't see the big picture for myself. I didn't see myself being successful. But, really decided I was going to make it a priority in my life. Got a guy named John Will on board here in Bakersfield and just ran with him, you guys. 2 months, I hit the rank of executive. And then 6 months later, I just hit the rank of presidential. You guys, it's been unbelievable. But the thing can you guys hear me?
What? Can you try and do it again now? I'm listening to something else.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry. The thing you guys need to understand is the fact that me being a female had nothing to do with me hitting the presidential rank. Had nothing to do with me being an elite leader. You guys, I just decided, one, that I wanted this in my life. But the second step that a lot of people overlook, it's the question if you're willing to go get it. Are you willing to do, the extra call? Are you willing to go to the extra house survey? Are you willing to talk to the extra person? You guys, here in Bakersfield, we're doing the 90-day challenge. You guys, our quote is 1 more. Are you willing to go 1 more? That is what you guys need to ask yourself, and that's what's going to make you the elite leader that you want to be. You guys, there's absolutely no reason why the ratio guy to girl, girl to guy is majority men. There's absolutely no reason why that's the way it is. All girls can seriously take this seriously right now in these 90 days and go explode your business. I said it at convention, you guys, and if you guys weren't able to hear me, just to reiterate, because I see a lot of girls come into this business. There's, like I said, there's no reason why girls can't be successful. I don't understand when guys are like, just to show you girls can do it too. Well, yeah, we can do it too. I read the same books as the guys. I get on the same training calls. I do the same whole events. I use the same 10-point plan. You guys can make this happen. What you have to do is get a backbone. No guy wants to hear about a business opportunity from a girl. They all have big egos and small bank accounts. So understand that you are going to get rejection. This is a different type of game. Guys, you're no longer playing defense. Like Bertha said, go to a club. Yeah, people usually approach you, but now you're approaching other people. So when you're putting yourself out there, you guys, you have to understand that you're going to get rejection. Guys, I said it today at my regional here in Bakersfield. Because I literally have had a verb can slapped out of my hand by a guy. I've had people talk crap to me about Bima. Guys, I understand the things that get said to you. Trust me, I've had the same thing said to me. But you guys, there's absolutely no better feeling when you hit a 6-figure income and you get to drive by those people in your brand new company paid Mercedes or BMW, whatever you want to choose. So really understand that this is the grind. People say it's easier for the girls. I don't really care what anyone thinks. Jim Rohn says it best, you guys. The same wind blows on us all. So, you guys, really take massive action because this is happening with or without anyone. If you guys are having trouble, hit me up on Facebook. Let's connect. But really understand this is your moment. This is your moment right now. And, I really just wanted to touch on culture because it is such a huge thing for this business. Yes. What John, Will, and I really implemented in our business is that we have a brand partner day, once a week. I think that's really what, for the time out, create that family. I think that's really what's going to take this business to the next level. But I have 7 points, that I really want to just touch on that, I think help build, my culture and, help build in our brand partner days. But the first thing that you guys need to do when you sit down with at your brand partner days is you need to communicate your dreams. And I mean beyond the company's financial goals. I, and along with a lot of other people, Mandy and Bertha on this call, we all want to take this company to the billions. But the way you're going to do that is by getting with your team and finding common goals within your small group of people. I don't care if it's 5 people or 50 people at your brand partner day. By finding a common goal in between you guys, that's how you guys are going to find the way to really take this company to its financial goal. So really communicate your dreams. The second point that I want to touch on is what do you stand for? In the very beginning, you guys, your priorities, your values, your principles. That's how you're going to be known. You can follow me on Facebook. I made a post, you guys. If you're sitting there thinking that because you have some special ed with an elite upline, it's not going to get you anywhere. In fact, that's what you're going to be recognized for the rest of your time in VMA. It's time to step up and make it clear what your priorities, what your values, and what your principles are. People follow what you do, not what you say. So, really take a look at what you want to be remembered for. Because that's how you're going to be remembered in VMA. My third thing, you guys, is you need to pull it together fast. Momentum, momentum, momentum. We talk about it all the time. Luke Tish does it all the freaking time, you guys. This business is easier to build fast than it is to build slow. So the thing is, though, about momentum is, it's great, but it also can hurt you. And the way it can hurt you guys is if you have massive momentum, but you haven't sat down with your team and figured out, your first thing, communicate your dreams, and your second thing, what do you want to stand for? It's really easy to wake up one day and realize that you have no idea what just happened. Yeah, you had massive action and a bunch of people on goals, but did they get trained? Is there a family? Is there a culture? Because if you guys don't sit there and let it become what you want to be remembered for, it's easy to wake up and realize that you guys are actually growing, you were just adding, and now your business fell apart. Because that's what happened to me, you guys, in the month of December. I only made $60. So really, pull it together fast. And the fourth thing is you guys want to set your standards high. Get together with your team and set goals together. Have your friends push you guys. Your friend says they want to add 100 people in this 90 days. Fuck that, you guys. Add 500. Go push yourself. Go talk to more people. Set a goal that literally will scare you. Adam Whitting told me, he wrote down a goal that literally scared him. His goal, you guys, was 1 year at the age of 20, he was going to be making a 6-figure income. And that's exactly what he did, you guys. A week before his birthday, he hit presidential, which is a 6-figure income. The fifth thing is that you guys need to be training all the time. Go pro, go pro, go pro. We say it all the time. I don't care if your upline doesn't help you or whatever you have to say. You don't need your upline if you can, execute go pro. But understand that there's a difference between training and criticizing. When you get together on brand partner days and you guys are training, you guys want to make sure everyone's on the same page. If someone's doing something wrong, you definitely want to point it out, but you are in no means that person's boss, no means that person's teacher. So make sure that you're not criticizing that person. Make sure that you're just educating them on the correct way of doing something. The sixth thing, you guys, something I really enjoy about this business is recognition. You really want to connect up with your upline when you get someone brand new enrolled. When you enroll someone on a silver pack, get them on the phone with your top 3 or 5, uplines. One thing, and someone in your business, ranks up. Post on your Instagram, post on your Facebook. One thing that a team here in Bakersfield started doing, end of RA dinner. So for everyone that rank dances that RA, take them out to dinner. I'm not saying go buy them a filet mignon, but just get together as a team And, just recognize that person. Because the people in your business are going to see that people are being recognized. And even if they didn't make what they wanted, they're going to sit there and be like, damn, I want to be on that person's Instagram. I want them to know my name. It's going to motivate them even more to push harder and go for one more. My last thing, you guys, and this is what I just want to stress to you guys, live your desired legacy. With or without anyone, this is going to the billions. What do you want to be remembered for? Bottom line, live your desired legacy. This is your chance, your one shot right now to be remembered. So this is your chance, whether you're going to be remembered or if you're just going to be a part of that VIMA thing. So really, just get with your team, build the trust within your team. Positivity is something you always want to be, enforcing in your team. You will never be satisfied with where your business is, but you can always be positive about where your business is going. Lastly, you guys, you are who you surround yourself by. If your 5 closest friends smoke weed, you guys, you're going to be the 6th stoner. If your 5 closest friends are broke, you are going to be broke. So surround yourself with your brand partners. When you go somewhere, go with your brand partners. You do something. I mean, this is exactly what Bertha said. She hit it right on the nail. But just surround yourself in the culture. And I guarantee that this will work for you guys. It's not hard work, but you will have to work hard. So work at it, you guys, because price for the promise, it's worth it. 15 months ago, you guys, I had never had a job before. My life was going nowhere. I had zero income except for what mom and dad put in my bank account. I took this seriously, you guys, and now I'm making $2,000 a week. I don't say that to brag, but I say that to be real and tell you guys I had to make sacrifices. I had to walk away from a lot of my closest friends, and I had to decide that this was something that was going to happen with or without anybody. But, Mandy, thank you really for having me on. I'm going to pass it back to you, you guys. Really listen to what Mandy has going on, you guys. Absolutely killing it in my business. Can't wait for her to be an elite leader so you guys can all hear her up on stage. But thank you again, Mandy. I'm going to head into dinner.
Thank you, Emily. I'm so pumped after listening to her. Honestly, guys, listen to the conviction in her voice. If you listen to any elite leader, everybody knows what they're talking about, and they're very confident. One of the things I was actually going to talk about today is to get educated. The more educated you are, the more confident you're going to be to speak in front of people. Something I read earlier this week said, nobody is going to give you power. You have to take it. Nobody's going to tell you to be successful. You have to demand it from yourself. And I kind of really came to a point in my business where I was tired of attending events. I was tired of just sitting there. I was tired of just going to everything. I was like, what? I have to go do this for myself. Because there's only so long before you have to start hosting your own events, take responsibility for your business. That's when my business actually started to grow. If you're inviting your friends, they want to hear you talk. They want to make sure that you know what you're doing and that they're in the right step. So you get upon yourself, start doing events. One thing that Adam said, made me think, and he said, if you want to measure your success, see how many times you tell this story every day. And that's when I started really, asking myself, how much do I tell the story? How many trainings am I doing? So you have to increase that number in order to increase, your business, the growth in your business. So another thing is have a very clear vision. I started to look into the future 20 years instead of looking to the past. Where do I want to be 20 years? And what do I have to do now to get there? And what do I have to do to get to where I want to be in the next 10 years? Have a very clear vision of where you want to go. And something that Luke Wilborn said was, everybody asks what to do. What do I do to be successful? But it's really what you have to be. So become that CEO, become that leader, a perfect upline.